Aloha, everybody. How we doing? I got my Make It a Blockbuster Night t-shirt on. My little, like that. Bring back some memories. Nick, do you remember Blockbuster? Are you old enough
I
to
remember Blockbuster. I remember the days. I used to like renting video games from there. They had the best video games.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
it's Kelly
hey.
from Nebraska.
Yeah. Aloha, Kelly, Martin, Mark, Kevin. Welcome, everybody. Ireland. I've never been to Ireland. Would love to go there. Hey, aloha, Kevin's from Florida. That's cool. So, Kevin, I used to live in Boca Raton. Ryan said I love that shirt. Yeah, I liked it too. Hey, aloha, Lee, Cherise, British Columbia. What's up, Dorn? Man, I was excited to see you got your book. Awesome, Dorn.
Yeah, that is.
Shan, what's up, buddy?
Shirt.
Yeah, Shan in Dallas. Mel, Terry. Wow, super excited you guys are all here. We are pumped up for another Friday live jam session. St. Petersburg, I see we got in the house.
Wow.
Lincolnshire. Wow, man, we got people from all over. Rick from the East Coast. Yeah, the Republic of Texas. What's up, Gabriel?
I love Texas.
Yeah. Oh, yep, yeah, Boca Raton. That's where Jack Hotman's at. Yeah, awesome. Well, man, we're really excited you guys are here. We got a lot of great stuff for you on today's live jam session. As usual, we've had tons of stuff going on at Shark headquarters, and just, man, lots of things going on in our agencies, lots of things going on with Offline Sharks. We were just talking about before the live, Nick was like, I think I've reached my full limit. Like, I didn't think it was possible. That's like I thought you reaching your workload limit was like reaching the end of Netflix. It was just never going to happen. Like, it just keep going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's been really good. So I know, like, especially too, like what we're seeing, I don't know what you guys are seeing in your areas, but with most states initiating some form of starting to come out of this, the shutdown phase, like the opportunity is getting bigger. It's not getting smaller, right? Like, as we've been talking a lot about on these lives and in the various trainings we've doing and some of the things that we've brought to you guys, all focused on the shutdown, which, by the way, was like, one of the things that was really awesome for us to see, again, and I say this every week, is how many of the people in our community and our ocean have been able to get clients and continue to move their businesses forward in the shutdown. And that should give everyone on this call a lot of hope, because if we're able to do that during the shutdown, as we move out of this, it's just going to get, we're going to be able to grow that even bigger. Right. So yeah, so super excited about that, and talk about some of the things we have going on and all those things. What's up, Bruce? Man, Bruce, by the way, Bruce, I don't know if he's in our shout outs, but he has been,
Of course he is. Bruce.
He has been freaking killing it.
Bruce has a dog named Kona.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, Bruce, man, he's been posting results and talking about what he's doing. It's been really awesome.
Let's talk about Bruce for a second. Let's just go right into the shout outs. Right?
Yeah. That's cool.
All right, let's talk about Bruce for a second. Good old Bruce Mayo, man. You have been crushing it. We wanted to talk about it a little bit because I think we need to give credit where credit is due. So let's see. Look at all that hardware.
Look at that bling. I was like, look at that bling, man.
So this past week without internet, as part of the country reopened, my wife and I loaded the truck, hooked up the camper, and headed out to Tennessee for 8 days, camping, hiking, eating, socially distanced, restaurants, and looking out for bears, saw 5 elk, 1 deer. However, this week is back to the internet, fusion and prospecting. Yesterday, I signed up a website redesign, an e-commerce site, 3,000 plus recurring. And today signed up a GMB SEO project, and now just got off the phone with local recording studio DJ, hosts annual guitar shows. That'll be another 2 websites and a GMB project. So 8 clients starting a few weeks ago, and a steady recurring income stream plus active prospects, which is, I mean, you know, it can be more difficult for some people. And I think for the ones that find it easier, that have the more consistent path, it's really just about like setting a schedule, consistent action. Don't you think?
Yeah, well, and it's interesting. It's always amazes me how these conversations tie into what we're like. We don't really do a lot of planning about what we're going to talk about on these, except for some basic show notes. But like, it's funny because the book we're going to talk about today, that's one of the things I was going to talk about, was like, I think really what what I've come to really notice is the difference is exactly what you're talking about, which is the people that really are able to go out there and start having success. One is it's not instant, right? I mean, I'm sure Bruce will attest to the fact that he's probably been working very hard on this for a long time, right? It's this idea that there's like instant overnight success. You need to forget that. It's not about that. It's about taking the action consistently every day, day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it, even when I was just talking to one of our sharks on a call yesterday about this, about how, like, because, she has 6 influencer sites that she set up around the restaurant niche, right? And on the call, she was telling me like, but yeah, then I saw the guy that has the medical marijuana one. And so I want to set one of those up. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, how about we, like, and Nick and I talk about this all the time. Like, there's never going to be an end to the opportunity that you have. Like, you're always going to see things that you're going to think, well, like, that's a great opportunity. I need to jump on that. And the problem most people have is that's what they do. They go from opportunity to opportunity. So whenever you talk to them or you hear them talking, they're always talking about the next big thing, but they're never talking about what they've completed and what's really working in their business. And so when you can really make that concentrated focus action to put things out there and tune out what everybody else is doing, like, you just have to tune out the next big opportunity and say, look, I'm not even going to think about that until, like, those opportunities are not going to go away. As much as people want to make you think that they are, they're not going to go away. There's always going to be opportunity. So, you just have to get one thing done, right? And you got to do that day in and day out. And even though you see everybody around you moving on to the next new thing, and that this is the bigger opportunity, and they'll be talking about it, like, you just have to, like, put your head down and keep doing the one thing you're doing until you get some traction. Once you get that traction, like, once you have one influencer site up and you're prospecting consistently and you're getting leads and you're building your list and you have a list of 200, 300 businesses and you've got this thing chugging along, right? Like, then you say, okay, maybe I want to add this other thing in. But you got to get the first thing done first, right? You got to do it brick by brick. And I see Alistair said on his in one of the comments that he's got people like asking, like inquiring about his services through his influencer site and all that stuff. So, but it's that consistent action, right? And it's focusing, it's focused, consistent action. And then it's also what you put out there, right? Like, I think a lot of people miss that part. Like, yes, there's action. You can be like, what are you actually putting into the marketplace? And again, we talk about this all the time. For us, what does putting it into the marketplace mean? That means revenue producing activities, which means prospecting, building a list. Like, what are we putting out there to do those things? And you have to put that stuff out there to get those things in. And so I see so many people doing that same thing, getting ready to get ready. Do it, it's almost like they do it everything except put something into the marketplace, like do the outreach, send the emails, make the calls. Like, they'll do anything and everything but that. And in the end, that's the thing. The more you do that, the more stuff will come into you.
Yeah, I think that ties so much into this idea where a lot of people, they want to start big. They don't want to start small and then scale or grow. Start small, grow big is what we talk about here a lot, right? I think one of the amazing things about starting an online business that's different from most other businesses that you need to start is you don't have to have a crazy investment to get started, right? You can start very small and you can get and grow something huge, but you don't need to start with 10 websites. You know what I mean? You don't need to start with, 100 ideas. You can be very narrow focused. You can be specific into one service. Maybe you can have several things help you in that one service, but you don't need it. You know what I mean? So I see a lot of people when they get started, before they even get started, when they're in that stage of what you just mentioned, Tom, getting ready to get ready. They're always getting ready. They are focused on starting something that's like way too big, like overwhelmingly big, where they're not able to take any action on actually making some progress, little baby steps, which is what it takes to get started.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you have to, like, how do you get a list of 1,000 names? Like, you start by getting one name, then you get 2 names, then you get 3. And like, that's the part people don't want to do. Like, they start they start building a list and it's like, oh, I only have 5 people on there. Like, oh, what's the point of sending them an email? What's the point of trying to nurture them? Like, there's only 10 people on this list. Like, but you have to start somewhere. Like, you have to get in the habit of doing those things, even when there's only 5 people on your list, even when you only have 10 businesses that you're contacting. Like, doing those things anyway will help you continue to grow, right? Like, I don't know if you guys saw the news about Joe Rogan. Did you see that, Nick?
Of course you saw that.
Yeah. So Joe Rogan, right? Like, he just sold his podcast rights for like $100 million, right? Like, that's pretty good payday. Now, I think most people look at that and they go, oh my God, this guy just sold his podcast for $100 million. Man, I'm getting into podcasting. Like, I'm gonna make a podcast and sell mine for $100 million, right? And like, so I have a podcast, and I saw that story, and I thought, the first thing I thought was like, one, like, the chances that I'm gonna be able to do that are like pretty close to 0, right? Because I'm not a B-level celebrity. I don't have that connection, right? Like, so my goal isn't like, I don't think about my podcast of like doing that big payday, but I think a lot of people will get into podcasting because they'll see that and they'll think that is what they can do. Like, they're not being realistic, right? Now, that being said, an average person who doesn't have all that stuff could really like make good money from a podcast if they're willing to do the basic stuff, right? Like, if they start producing content on a regular basis, if they start working to expand their connection so they can get good guests on, if from the get-go they start building an email list, like, you don't need to have Joe Rogan's audience to make a good living, right? And it's the same thing with your agency. You don't need to have 1,000 clients to make a really good living from a digital agency. You don't need that. Like, probably most of you don't even really need to be a 7-figure agency. Like, a 7-figure agency would probably be like, I don't know that you would really enjoy that lifestyle because there's a lot that goes into that, right? So like, you can probably be just fine making $100,000 or 150,000. Like, it would drastically change your life. And so I think we just have to be, and again, we'll talk about this when I talk about the book that we're talking about today, but like, you need to have, I think Napoleon Hill called it accurate thinking. And Dan Kennedy always says that's one of the things that people don't pay enough attention to in his work, is this idea of accurate thinking. And that's where we see things for what they are, not how we want them to be, right? And so, if you go into things knowing that the chances of you achieving a deal like that are, pretty slim to none, but that's okay. Like, there's plenty of other opportunity in whatever it is you're doing. You don't have to have that big payday. So yeah, kind of got off on a rant there.
Yeah. Good job, Bruce.
Great job,
Let's
Bruce.
get something straight here. Joe Rogan is an A-list celebrity, all right?
Well, when he started, he was.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You mean the Fear Factor guy? You're talking about the Fear Factor guy?
Yeah, the Fear Factor guy.
So Alistair is on the call too. We wanted to give a shout out to you, sir, because you have been crushing it with your AGM strategy. I've been seeing a lot of traction, a lot of questions, a lot of feedback. Alistair Norburn, where are you?
He's on there. I've seen him in here.
Yeah. So he said that 5 p.m. Saturday, he just received a message from a lady who owns 2 beauty salons who wants premium listings. So congratulations. And for those of you that don't know, I don't know how long it's been since I've updated you. We've been crushing it with giving out listings and getting conversions and responses from business owners right now. As we're coming out of this, it's getting even better, and we'll talk more about that later. But it's been really fun, and it's been really interesting to see how receptive business owners are right now, and not just in the restaurant niche, in every niche. A business owner in general is very receptive to receiving phone calls, emails, and hearing more about what we can do to help them right now. So good job, Alistair, and keep up the good work. I mean, I have no doubt that you're going to be able to grow a pretty awesome business in the next, in the near term here.
Yeah, awesome work, Alistair.
And then, of course, the Meg Shark, Dorn Brenton, 2 more email clients. I mean, Dorn, how much revenue are you making right now? What's your monthly income at? Because I know you're on this call, right?
Yeah, I saw him earlier in the comments.
I'm curious. I mean, I know he's doing really, really good, but these types of clients that he's getting,
it's at about 11K.
Solid. That's solid, man. That's amazing. Awesome work.
That is, by the way, that is like exactly what we're talking about. That is life-changing. That's a life-changing amount to be generating yourself every month. You know what I mean? Like that changes your lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
What you're doing.
Absolutely. I say it all the time. I mean, an extra $300, an extra $500, I mean, changed my life when I was first getting started, just being able to make a car payment with magic money you made online was life-changing, right?
Yeah. But we need to keep our heads straight about this stuff, right? Like, some people are going to see what Dorn's doing, and the first thing they're going to think is like, well, what services are you offering? Well, and they're going to try, and that's not the point. It's not about the specific services he's offering, right? Like, what Dorn is doing, and the reason he's been able to get to that income level is because, one, he is prospecting relentlessly. Like, he was doing it himself in the beginning, and then as he got more clients, he started bringing people on to help him prospect. So it's, again, remember, it's not about the specific service he's offering. It's about the systems and the things he's doing and the stuff he's putting out there, right? Like, he's relentless at prospecting, and he's doing it every day, talking to businesses every day, or somebody, now he has a team on his team, is talking to businesses every day, right? And I know for me, for a long time, I thought, oh, that'd be so nice to have a team to do all the outreach. Then I wouldn't have to do any of that. And the reality is, you got to do it in the first, you need to do it yourself. If you can't bring on a team, which I couldn't bring on a team in the beginning, you just got to bite the bullet, buck up, and freaking do the prospecting yourself. And then once you get some clients and some cash flow, then you bring on your team, right? A lot of people look at that and they say, oh, well, of course, if I had a team, it'd be easy. But Dorn didn't start with a team. Most people don't start with the team. They're doing it themselves.
Dorn says he's getting ready to buy a new truck. Dorn, I just bought a new truck. Truck man.
Yeah. Nick was riding a moped around for a couple weeks. It was great.
Yep. I got this new truck though, because there's this, I don't know, have you ever been to that? I got to take you down there one day, Tom. There's a place called Canayo, and it's this lava field that you have to 4-wheel drive down from the top of Kula. So it's like a 2-hour lava field rock crawl down to this secret black sand beach that's way past La Perouse. great waves, good fishing. Nobody's there because it's like a secret spot. Hopefully I don't see any of you down there. But yeah, I had to get a new truck for that. So looking forward to taking some adventures down there.
That's awesome. Look, Dorn said, yes, prospecting like crazy. He said he did 60 cold calls himself this morning before he got on this call. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that should be like the mic drop, like boom, like, is it no wonder that he's getting the results he's getting, right? And I saw somebody said, like, yeah, to replace my job, I need 25K. Like, I totally get that, but like, you need to make your first 500, then your first out. Like, it is a process. I talk about this all the time. This whole thing for me has been a becoming, right? It is like you become the person that can generate that kind of income. I didn't start out that kind of person. And it's, look at those people in the group that are doing this. Dorn and Shan is really, really killing it. Ron Cunningham, Bruce, like really pay attention. Yeah. Tom Jones, like pay attention to what those guys are doing. And those ladies, Patty, Cheryl. Yeah. Like all those
Megan.
people, like Megan. Yeah. Pay, like, I bet if you asked any of them, it's like, they're prospecting and doing outreach and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Look at Ron says his logistics guy got 8 clients last week. He said we can relax a little.
I said, why? That sounds like you, Nick.
That does sound like me.
There's no relaxing.
Let's see. So did you want to talk about what was next on our list?
So one thing we want to talk about is tomorrow we're having we're doing a webinar, right? And we're going to be talking about the software that we've been mailing people about this week. I think you did a video on it called Groove Apps. And so one of the reasons we're talking about it is because right now it's free, right? Because of the shutdown and all the things like that, the plan that you would get on that's normally paid is free. And so Nick and I have been using this software, and it's like we've got some things in the works that we're going to show you guys how we're going to use it to get clients and things like that. But it's, in our opinion, way better. Like, we've been looking for an alternative to ClickFunnels for a long time, because as great as ClickFunnels is, it's just got some serious drawbacks, and there doesn't seem to be any urgency on their part to fix those, especially if you're trying to do stuff for local clients, right? Like, it would be a challenge to build an actual website inside of ClickFunnels, right? Like, I mean, it's great for landing pages and stuff like that, but to build an actual website, it's a challenge. And this new app, this Groove Apps, like when you go in there, they have a thing called Groove Pages. And so when you make the pages, it automatically creates a menu, just like on like they look like real websites. They don't look like markety landing pages. They look like a real website. It's really slick. It's super easy to use. And so what happens with the thing thgoing giving away free right now, which I don't think they're going to leave it free, right? They just did this for the shutdown.
No, it's a couple. Yeah, it's going to shut down soon.
Yeah, but with the free one, you get, so the way it works is you get 3 custom domains. So one of the reasons we're so excited about this is because that's just enough for somebody to get some clients, right? Like, you could use one domain to set up your agency website or a website for yourself, or not. You could use them all 3 for clients, but you could actually build websites for clients inside this platform. And, we have some strategies and things we're going to be sharing with you guys over the coming weeks and months about how we're doing this in our agencies. And but what's great is it's free, and it gives you a platform and the ability to get those first 1, 2, 3 clients, right? And they're going to have some agency functionality that's going to come out later this year. And anyway, it's we're pretty stoked about it. So excited about it that we're doing a special training on it, and we've got the guy who created it is going to be on the the webinar with us, but there's nothing to buy because it's free. So like if you haven't gone and signed up, you should do that. You go to offlinesharks.com/groove. And again, it's free. Like there's I guess no hidden thing there. It's just what's normally a paid account you get for free because you're a shark and you know us. So go to offlinesharks.com/groove and sign up for that. And then join us on the webinar tomorrow. I think you guys are really going to like it. It's because again, it's a pretty slick system, right, Nick?
It's a really cool system. I'm not going to share all of the information that we heard that is about to come out on it, but let's just put it this way: you guys are going to be able to use this tool to just take your competition out with just with a few clicks of ball. So there's more to come on that. Again, you get a free account if you go to offlinesharks.com/groove. You get three domains. There's templates that you can use, all that stuff. You don't need to upgrade. You can if you want. It's not a requirement. And then join us tomorrow for our training. And we're going to talk more about what Tom said, with the owner and the creator of Groove. So shameless plug for Groove real quick right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it's got so much stuff. Like there's so many things that are going to be incorporated on this. Like it really, it's going to be one of our essential tools because it's not just a page builder. It does all kind. It does. Not only does it do things that are way better when you have a local agency, but it does everything that ClickFunnels does and even more, right? Like it does even more than that. So yeah, you guys are gonna like it. So awesome. Did we get through all the shout outs?
Yeah.
Why don't we, go ahead.
If you didn't have anything else, I was just going to say we had some good questions we could answer and wrap about for a little bit.
Yeah. And then we can
do the book first.
But let's do the book because we were already kind of talking about that. So the book for this week is by a guy named Stuart Wild, and it's called "The Trick to Money is Having Some," which I think is a great title, right? The Trick to Money is Having Some by Stuart Wild. And let me tell you why. So I've read this book. This is probably the third time. I just reread it because I felt like with everything that was going on with the shutdown and all, like when you watch the news, like the barrage of doom and gloom, I needed to keep my mind open to the possibilities and the opportunities, right? And one of the things that I've worked on over the years is how I view money, my relationship with money, all those kinds of things. But what I really like about this book is it will talk about those things, like, how we view money, how the relationship we have with it, and those kinds of stuff. But it's not all woo-woo-y. Like, it's very practical stuff. So, it's about, like, when one of the things, and this kind of ties into what we were talking about earlier, is like when we talk about having an attitude of abundance, a lot of people think that means like, oh, well, if I just think abundant thoughts, like money will just come to me. Like I can just sit in my front yard with, in the lotus position and money will just come in. And that's, in my experience, not the way it works. And the lotus position, and not in the experience of the author too. So to, like if you want those things to come to you, you have to become, and this is something I got from this book, you have to, if you want a 6-figure, 7-figure income, you have to become the type of person that does the actions that generates that kind of money, right? And so it's all about you doing things. It's about, you being disciplined, you setting goals, you having concentrated focus effort. It's about you putting things into the marketplace, right? And the other thing the guy says, which I think is really great, and Cameron, this is one of Cameron's favorite parts of this book too, is he always says, like, as you start to do these things and you start to become this person that has all this activity going, people are going to show up and they're going to want to know what you're doing because you're doing things, right? And you're doing things. And he's like, and when they show up, you bill them. So it's really great. Like, but anyway, it's a pretty short read. The trick to money is having some. I know Dane Kennedy talks about this book too, but it's really a good one. So I'd highly recommend it.
That is a catchy title.
Yeah, it's a great title, right? Yeah. I mean, Think and Grow Rich. I remember the first time I heard about Think and Grow Rich, I was like, now that's a book for me. I can just think and grow rich, right? But like when you read that book, that's really not what it's about, right? It's about aligning your actions so that you're doing things that generate results, like, being honest, like working hard, being disciplined, the thing we talked about, accurate thinking, which Stuart also talks about in here, about, how important it is to see things for the way they really are, not the way we wish them to be, and that requires, well, for me, that requires work, right? Like I have to work on that stuff every day. So.
Sweet. Let's jump into the Q&A.
Let's do it.
We have a really good question from Ileana. She has kind of a Hawaiian name. I think she used to live in Hawaii, right? Ileana Kane?
No? I don't know if she used to live here or not.
You could say that her name is Ileana Kane, which means man in Hawaiian. I don't know. Could be. So anyway, her question is, I have a client who wants some SEO work done, and I'm starting with a comprehensive GMB redo. Listing and citations. Would love to have some suggestions on fees. So it's a small law firm. Thanks for the help. Don't know what I would do without all of you. I think, personally, for me, I don't really get excited about doing anything for less than a few $100, especially if I'm going to invest the time into like looking at what this person already has going on, which oftentimes you don't get paid to do. You just assume that you're going to be able to do that and invest that time and then deliver on some sort of results for that person. So for me, I probably personally wouldn't do, any work on this project for less than like $500. Tom and I usually start this type of project with a $500 audit, which we seriously can't.
Yeah.
So like, what we were actually, I was going to say it on one of the shout outs we had, because they were talking about GMB optimization as well. At the end of this call, you guys, we're going to show you how you can get like $400 worth of our GMB training for like $30 and a special software that's going to be a bonus included in all that. So stick with us. But basically what you're talking about here, Ileana, like we have to go in as part of this process. Whenever we start SEO for somebody, we have to look at what they have going on, right? We have to do somewhat of an audit. Well, Tom and I we did this for a long time for free. And then we decided to just start charging for it. So, now we get paid anywhere from $300 to $500 initially to do the audit. We take that information to that customer and say, hey, this is what I found. This is where you need help. We could build some citations. We could do, some site speed optimization, whatever. And it will cost, $500, $700 per month or $1,000 a month to get you to where you're trying to go. And that's how we really start all of our SEO discussions, conversations, especially with like GMB. You have anything you want to add to that?
No, I think that's right on, right? And like you just saw earlier with the shout out we did to Bruce, right? Like, that's what he's doing, right? GMB, those are the services that he's, Dorn's doing email, right? And it comes back to like, okay, like it's not so much about the service. Like you want to pick a good service, right? But there's a lot of good services, and you don't, GMB email, like, but the main thing is the prospecting and getting it out there. And the one thing with doing the audits that way is it gets you paid without wasting your time trying to do all that. Like we used to do all that stuff for free, right? Like now we use it as a foot in the door. Like, hey, why don't we get an idea of where you're at right now? Because that's what's going to tell us where you need to go, right?
By the way, would you guys, we got 100 people here. Who here would like more information on how we're making that $300 to $500 with that SEO audit? Give me a 1 or a 2 in the chat box so we can see if you guys have any interest in that. It is probably one of, I mean, it is one of our favorite foot in the door strategies. And then, yeah, Kelly, Dorn, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You want to pull that
we're gonna
banner off, Nick, that we have up there now?
Yeah. We're gonna give you guys more information on that in a little bit here. I got a couple more questions. I've got to find that banner, Tom, in this list of banners.
There you go.
Hold on, I gotta sneeze real quick.
Gesundheit. Do it. It's hard to sneeze when you feel like you have to. Oh, I could see you sneezing. That was 2 big ones.
I'm good. Okay. Let's see. I got another really good question here, and it's from Noah, who is, fellow marketer here. He lives on Maui. He started a digital marketing agency here. I don't think he's on the call because he's probably at work doing his normal job. He's a helicopter mechanic, and he's got 2 jobs. He also does solar estimates for like solar jobs on houses. So he like flies a drone and like looks at the rooftops of houses and like does estimates for how many solar panels they need, which I thought was a cool job. He hates it. He wants to do more digital marketing. Anyway, so he's following some of our training, and he was asking about using geotag, like how do we geotag our photos? And I personally use the GeoImager software. This one here. I really like it. There's also another one called not Photo Bucket, Image. I think you can do it in Image Capture. There's another one that I used to use. I'll have to get that for you guys, but GeoImager is a really good one. And then we have one more question. Let's see here. And this question is from Andy, who asked if we do any partnering with clients on existing marketing. He's been finding success in providing advisory services to clients who need a second look at their digital marketing strategy. I'm not positioning myself to replace their existing agency, but it definitely provides opportunities for additional work and alternative solutions. The lessons learned is we don't have to take on all the work or complete with an incumbent vendor. Anyone else have a similar story? I think that's it's spot on. I actually use this strategy, Andy, whenever I come across a job that I don't really want to do, but I know how to do it, but I don't want to do it. I usually just, offer consulting. And in fact, just yesterday, I got a lead that came into my website that was like, they wanted to build a huge, elaborate membership area with, affiliate commissions and tiers for customers and people coming to their site. And, obviously I know how to build all that stuff, but do they really have the budget, and do they know how much time is going to be invested in building something like that? So I just told them, like, I think the best thing that we can do here is I can tell you how to do it, and you can pay me to tell you how to do it, and then you can go do it. So I know that's like a little different than what he's talking about, but like it's kind of a downsell. It's similar to what he's talking about, where advisory services to clients, right? Partnering with other marketing companies, or even not like taking customers away from their competition. So I think, I do it all the time. Side consulting, even though they have another marketing company. People reach out to me because they know I specialize in SEO and their marketing company is doing just ads or something like that. Why not?
Yeah. I see some good questions coming in on the side. Somebody was asking about, somebody asked about Groove Pages and if it's HTML based, and yes, it is. So John, like, we're working on having some things in Groove Pages, but they're not quite done yet. So you can do an Yeah, I know. It's hard.
Tom,
But
there.
one of the things about Groove Pages is that it is HTML based. So those pages actually exist somewhere, right? So yeah, that's really good. Another one was, what is the other one?
Kelly says, how can you take out the Spanish wording on the bottom page of the? So Kelly, that's called placeholder content. It's not Spanish. It's actually, if you look up what lorem ipsum is, it actually is placeholder content. So that's there for you to edit and replace. Any placeholder content that's on your website. If you look in your members area, there's step-by-step training how to edit the content in your footer. So I would just go back to your AGM members area, check out like the footer training, and it'll show you exactly where you can edit that. It's Latin, that's right.
Yeah, cool. Well, why don't let's talk about how they can get their hands on the GMB stuff and the bonuses and all that, because I have a podcast interview right at 10, so I may have to jump off here a couple minutes early. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Show them this awesome picture that Cameron made of you.
Okay. So you guys remember how we were just talking about doing our audits, right? So we had decided a little while ago that we wanted to we have one of our best-selling courses is called Local AdWords Income, right? And that's where we take you and show you how to do that exact audit that I was talking about too.
No, you're talking about Fast Cash website audits, Nick.
Yeah. So
you said Local AdWords Income.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Fast Cash website audit. Sorry.
Fast Cash website audits. Yeah.
Fast Cash website audits. So that strategy, that training is where we show you exactly how to do that. We even give you some assets, our exact checklist, all the things that you need to look for to do that. And with everything that has been going on, we've been seeing a lot of people having success with Google My Business optimization. So we wanted to make that available to you guys. It's normally, what's the price point on that? I think it's like $197 or $147. I think we also wanted to make sure you guys had the upgrade too. Okay, so let me pull up my screen here for you. And Cameron put me on blast with this picture up here at the top. So I look like one of the seven dwarves.
Yeah. I love that. Oh,
so while the world is starting to open back up, there's still no chance like the present to make money online from the comfort of your own home. Clients from home prospecting process. We're going to give you all of our best strategies for that, everybody. So for a limited time, you get Fast Cash website audits. This is everything that's included: how to audit your Google My Business page, a website, citations audit, link audit, review audit, social media, competition, how to even audit your competition, right? You're going to put all of this into a audit that you can sell to your prospects for $300 to $500. It's one of the best foot in the doors that you can get. You're also going to get Local Client Shark, which is all about how to get more customers with our CSI strategy. You want to talk about that a little bit, Tom?
Yeah, so the CSI strategy, for you guys that don't know, is like, when we talk about prospecting, right? And what you need to do to be effective with that, right? Like, one of the things that Nick and I talk about a lot is how all prospects are suspect until proven otherwise, right? Like, really, when you're dealing with prospecting, you're a detective trying to find the person and see if they're a good fit for what you're doing, right? And we talk about this a lot in a lot of different ways. We talk about quality over quantity, how to identify prospects that you have a better chance of landing, all those kinds of things, right? So our CSI method is really our strategy and process for doing that. And so it stands for communicate. So there's identify, seek, and communicate, right? So those are the steps. So step one is identify your perfect prospect. Step two is seek out your perfect prospect. And step three is communicate and pitch your perfect prospect. And so this course has all of that information in it, right? Like we talked to you about how to put together an elevator pitch. We talked to you about how to create a perfect prospect profile. We talked to you about how to find them, all those kinds of things. So it really is a great training that will get you focused and set you up for the best chance of success. So again, it's not about contacting the most businesses. It's about contacting the businesses that you have the best chance of turning into paying clients, and doing that on a consistent basis.
So you're going to get the fast cash website audits and our prospecting method with Local Client Shark. But what do you do when you actually get those clients? How do you structure your pricing, which is a question we got on this call by Ileana. This is our strategy on how we conduct our pricing, how we create proposals. Very different from anything that you'll find out there. I mean, what we're doing within our businesses to do these things is the path to least resistance. I mean, we've done proposals for a long time. We've done them the wrong way for a long time, and we don't do that anymore. So that's what this training is about as well. You guys are going to get all that. I mean, the audit, the best foot in the door, Local Client Shark, and Pricing and Proposal Shark. But to make this absolutely crazy, rather than buying all three of those things, which if you were to do, it would be over $300.
Yeah.
There was software that just came out that allows you to find businesses that have poorly optimized Google My Business pages. So we thought, I mean, what better of a software to connect you with, right? What if I told you that we had a way that you guys could find an unlimited amount of poorly optimized Google My Business pages that you could connect with our audit, that you could walk through our client getting strategy, you could use our pricing and proposal strategy to just funnel into your business. You guys would be pretty pumped on that, right? Well, there's a tool that was just released that's called the GMB Optimizer. It's how much is it, Cameron? I think it's
like 20. No, I think it's like $27 or something.
$27.
Really low cost.
If you guys want everything that we've laid out for you in this package, all you have to do is buy this software for $27. It's going to connect you with an unlimited amount of poorly optimized Google My Business pages that you can use for all of this. These leads, it doesn't matter if you're offering other services, you're trying to do SEO, you're trying to build websites. Like this tool, I'm going to pull it up for you in a second, but
And by the way, for those of you that maybe are focusing on Google My Business, right? So we have a software tool that identifies unclaimed listings. This is different because this looks to see if the listings are actually optimized. And then you can go in and offer to optimize them for a fee as well, which I believe is what Bruce is doing, right? So,
yes.
yeah. So, I mean, it's a pretty slick little piece of software, especially if you're focusing on GMB that you'll want to pick up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up for you in a second. Dorn asked if you can just pick up the tool. Yes, Dorn, that's actually all you are paying. I mean, the tool, all you have to do is pay for the tool. All the other stuff is a bonus, So check this out. This is the software. I went in here a little while ago. This took me like 3 minutes to do. I went into the lead section. Uh-oh. I don't think that's my password. It is my password. Okay. So I went in the lead section. I went to find leads. Again, you guys, I'm looking for leads that are poorly optimized. They're lacking in ranking in Google My Business, right? They make good candidates for our audit project, so we can give them our foot in the door. I just typed in roofer. I did a search, and I think it took me like 2 minutes to pull back all these businesses. Have their name here, their email address. Do they have a name, address, phone number, which is really important, right? If somebody doesn't have this, like this guy right here, that's a prime candidate. I mean, he's that's the most basic thing that they need. If they don't have that set up correctly, they need to do it. The category, right? These are all roofers. Let's see, this one to see if they have any images on their site, if they have reviews, if they have a payment method set up. You got all these cool little pop-ups to tell you what each one of these things are. And the other thing that I like about it is you can add your settings. You can add a logo for your own business, and you can send out reports. So I have all my own business information, right? My address, my phone number, all that stuff. And so when I send out these reports to these business owners, it adds it all on the bottom of it as a call to action. So it's actually a really, simple way. It's not some, $1,000 a month software, but it has a very narrow focus and does something really well, which finds these unoptimized Google My Business listings. So again, you guys, all you have to do is pick up this software for $27, which is a steal. It's on a special launch pricing right now. It's not going to be that price forever. So that in itself is a great offer, but you're also going to get all this stuff as well.
Yeah, I think it may be set like on a dime sale. So I think it may be like $28 now. I think it goes up like every so many sales. So you may want to head over and jump in now while it's at the lowest price, right?
Yeah, and you guys, there are probably some upsells for the Optimizer plugin. You do not need those upsells. That tool that I just showed you, the access that I just showed you with the settings to find out if they're optimized or not, that's in the front end. The other upsells, if you want more stuff, I mean, of course you can get it, but you do not need it, and you don't need it to get all of our bonuses. And so Dorn asked if it's different than Google My Business Gunner, and yeah, Dorn, it's very different because Google My Business Gunner, as Tom just mentioned, finds unclaimed listings. These are poorly optimized listings, meaning they're not ranking well. They're already claimed, but they're not ranking well. They're not taking advantage of all the functionalities that are available to them as a business owner. So, like, let's say you don't have, let's say you have a business listing, it's claimed, right? But you don't have images. You don't have ways to take payments. You don't have a website attached to your business page. That's a poorly optimized site, right? Or listing. So if you were to just point that out by sending in one of these reports, let's see if I can pull one up real quick. I already had one set up. But you can point out that these businesses should absolutely fix those things on their website, right? They're leaving money on the table. So this software allows you to find tons of businesses that are doing that, leaving that money on the table. And so you can get it for $27 and all of our bonuses, which is over $300 for only a limited time, though. We're not going to have this around for a long time. Fast Cash Website Audits, it's one of our best-selling courses.
Yeah, and yeah, hey, you guys will enjoy all that stuff. Especially since we were just talking about prospecting, like this ties in so well with all that.
Yeah, this call, like a lot of the reviews, a lot of the shout outs, a lot of the Q&A, everybody was talking about Google My Business. And it's one of the reasons that we brought it up is because it's a hot topic right now. It's a popular service, right? Bruce says, I just got it. Interesting to see how it works. I'm going to be busy. Bruce, it'll be great for you, man, because now instead of looking for all these businesses one-off by yourself, you can have a tool, you can type in a keyword in your location, and you can have a list of prospects that you can send out your information to. Great tool to have in your arsenal for under $30, I would agree. And you get the bonuses as soon as you purchase through that bonus page. Let's see, where's that?
They should be delivered via Warrior Plus.
Yeah, so if you come to this page, and you see the link on the screen here, offlinesharks.com/home prospector. You will click this button and be taken to this buy page, which is the actual sales page for the software. So if you click through and purchase here, if you click this buy button, it will be, all of our bonuses will be emailed to you directly through email. So, yeah, let us know if you have any questions, guys. We're going to hang out for another, I'll hang out for another, I don't know, Tom's kind of off, but.
Yeah, I just realized something we forgot to do.
What?
We forgot to do the member of the week.
Oh yeah, let's do the member of the week.
Let's do the member of the week real quick, and then I got to jump off to go do this.
All right, let's do the member of the week. Hold up.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up. Sorry, member of the week. Oh wow, dude, we almost. Wow. We almost blew it on this one.
Uh-oh.
I think it's well deserved. So, who do you guys think the member of the week is? You guys already know who it is. I hate the delay on the comments. Yep, Kevin, you're right. Bruce.
Oh.
Member
Bruce.
of the week, Bruce.
Awesome, Bruce. Congratulations.
And
What
it's
do
no
we say?
surprise, right?
Yeah, no surprise. Like, he's been freaking killing it. Awesome to see. Awesome to see.
Congratulations, Bruce. Let us send you a shirt, Bruce. We're gonna send you a special shirt. Cameron will get your phone number, or not your phone number, your mailing address.
Yeah, your address.
And your phone number.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, Nick, I'm going to jump off here. I got to go do my podcast interview, and then I will talk to you a little later today. Sharks, thanks for joining us, all right?
Awesome. I'm going to hang out with you guys for a little bit longer and answer any questions you have. We had a little bit of a program lined up for you, so it took a little while. A little longer than expected. So put some questions in the chat box if you guys have any, and if not, then we'll wrap this up. So Bradley, I just typed in my link. That should be fine, Bradley. It's working for me. Chris, the bonus that is popular, the course is called Fast Cash Website Audits. That's this one here that you can see on my screen. Let's see. Gabriel says, Nick, what if the prospects use them, want the actual fixes? What do you do? So, good question, Gabriel. It depends on which sections of fixing they want out of the audit. We actually have more information on that in the course. And we have more strategies on that. It depends what they want. So here's what I would say, Gabriel. If you have somebody that wants to get it and you need more information on a specific topic, sell them on something. Get the $500 for the audit. Let one of us know. Let Tom, let myself, let somebody in the group know on that you have this customer that's interested in doing Google My Business optimization or social media optimization. And then we will tell you what the next step is. Eric asked if there's access to GMB Gunner. Eric, so GMB Gunner is, we actually don't publicly sell it, so you can't get it. It's only around when we offer it as a bonus for a limited time. Let's see. Bradley's asking about how many OTOs there are for the software. I don't really know, Bradley. I know there are a couple, but again, we're not, I'm really just interested in the software itself, the front end. There are other ones there, I'm sure. You do not need it to be successful with this. Somebody, yeah, I know this is, so somebody's talking smack about me having hair. I usually shave my head, but I haven't been able to go to a barber in a long time. John's asking if these are recorded. Yeah, John, you can always just log into the Facebook group and you'll always see it there. Dorn says he's running a report on it right now. Let's see. Lester says, I'm trying to find a direct link to my, where'd that comment go? The Google example has the old interface. I want a link for SEO purposes. Lester, I would just Google your business and go to your business page. You have to find it in Maps. That's how you get the direct link. Yes, The bonus will be emailed to you with access. So you're going to get an email giving you access to the GMB Optimizer software. You will also be getting an email with our bonus. Brad says the upgrade is to get a report. So Brad, they have a different report. Our report is different. So you can use one or the other. Suzette says she's going to pick this up for her bonuses. Yeah. So honestly, Suzette, like we had this internal promotion lined up to give you guys this audit course and all the training with pricing and proposals, how to get clients, all that stuff, because GMB is super relevant right now. And then we saw this software come out and we thought, why not have a better way to deliver this by giving you access through this software as well? So, really, you're buying our courses. This software is really just a bonus, but it depends. I mean, guys like Dorn, Dorn already has our courses, so he's buying the software. So it really depends on how you want to look at it. But for us, that's what it was. I mean, we were already going to, do an internal promotion of these courses. Welcome. Hey, if you guys are in, can you let me know in the comments? I'm not like looking at the stats of, who's jumped in, but I'd be very curious to see how many people have taken us up and are going to start crushing it with these audits, because still till this day, I get paid to do these audits. This is an evergreen service. I mean, you'll always be able to do an audit, right? Dorn says he's in. Welcome, Dorn. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of people. Bruce says, just ran a report, 9 Google My Businesses missing in his hometown. That's amazing. That's for the dentist niche. Those are good targets, good prospects. Nick is in, Raving Metrics is in, Brian is in, Sharice is in, Paul, Brad, John. Welcome, everybody. Cool. Well, let me know if you guys have any more. I'm going to do a last call for questions right now, and then I've got to do some agency work. I noticed that the rest of our team just kind of stepped into the office, so probably do some prospecting ourselves in a little bit here. And just so you know, Dorn, we've been making a lot of phone calls too, so you're not the only one. We wouldn't leave you hanging like that. Awesome. Welcome, Lauren. So Omar, GrooveFunnels, right now you get a free account through our link. It's offlinesharks.com/groove. And it is, there's going to be a lifetime, there's an opportunity for you to get lifetime access to the pro account. And I think it's for 3 payments of $497. You don't need it, but you can get it if you want. It is going to go to $197 a month at some point. Right now we have, the way that Groove is set up is it's kind of like a Kickstarter. They're rounding up funding to fund the next phase of development for that software. So, you get free access. You get 3 websites totally free, which is amazing. You can make money with that. And if you want pro, you want more functionality, you want more websites, you can upgrade, of course. And there is a crazy deal on lifetime access right now. And I look at this, I really do look at it a lot like ClickFunnels. Like in the early days, if I were to have been able to get in on ClickFunnels back in the day when they were doing their original call for capital so they could, take their software to the next phase of development, if I could have bought an unlimited license at that time, I would save myself a lot of money. I mean, I know that our monthly fee for ClickFunnels and what we're paying is it's a few $100s. So every single month we're paying a few $100s. And if I could have got in on one-time access, I would have been stoked. So let's see. Dorn needs my call list. Dorn, I need your strategy session. I need a recording of your strategy session. Raving Metrics says shark logo on your white wall. You're right. Yep, this is new. Brad, you do not need it. If you want it, great. We're giving you an audit as our bonus. Cameron, thank you for. We're paying $300 a month for ClickFunnels right now. Omar says he's in. Welcome, Omar. Cool. Well, you guys, it has been a fantastic marketing jam session with you all. I do appreciate you guys all being here with us every Friday. I mean, I know you guys take the time out of your day to come hang out with us. I'm stoked that we were able to give you, free access to Groove. You guys can play around with that. I hope that you'll join us tomorrow on our training with the owner of that software, Mike Filsame. He's going to demo that software live. So if you have any questions, I mean, number one, go ahead and go to the link on your screen, offlinecharts.com/home prospector. Take us up on this amazing bonus package and strategy. And then you'll want to go pick up your free account at Groove, offlinecharts.com/Groove. And see you at the training tomorrow for that, so we can show you how we're going to connect all this together. So tomorrow it'll be 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, everybody. Awesome call, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.